Wildcards here, breaking down the brand new Call of Duty Ghost multiplayer trailer revealed today.
Yeah, first day exclusive right here.
Right here at our channel. Alright, so the first thing we have up, very first thing in the video, is you end up seeing right on the ground MTAR X. This is the only time that you actually manage to see this weapon throughout the entire trailer with its name. We might see it in gameplay, still don't know. But we can't tell if it's an assault rifle or if it will be in the brand new Marksman class, which we'll get to later, because since we didn't see it in the assault rifle class. So the next one we have pulled up in the screenshot next is the 44 Magnum.
It's going to be a secondary, 6 shells with 30 in reserve, it looks like.
What's really interesting here is in the gameplay itself, it looks like when you pull the trigger, you actually have to cock the hammer back, so you're not going to be able to just simply spam it like you can with, say, the Python and the Black Ops 1 or at 44 Magnums in other games where you can just pull the trigger and it just shoots. It looks like you actually have to take time between each of your shots.
That's good.
Definitely. I hate people just walk around spamming that. I mean, it only has 6 shots, so I mean, if they miss them, they're screwed.
Yeah.
Alright, so next we will have
the Myco.
Alright, so this is something interesting. It looks like there's 2 versions of the MTAR. Whether or not they're in 2 different classes, one shortened because the first one, it's the MTAR X custom. So we don't know if they shortened the Myco to MTAR because it had the custom added on. If the Myco is a completely different gun. It looks like the image is the same for both of them.
Yeah, image is exactly the same. So we can assume it's the same gun. But for some reason it's different.
I mean, it could be that these 2 clips were taken at different points in development.
Yeah.
So they might have shortened Myco to MTAR or lengthened MTAR to Myco, which is the name of the gun. The full name. Don't know.
Yeah, I guess. It's possible.
So the next thing we see is the Chris Custom. Some kind of SMG. Again, don't know. We have the Vector also in this game.
Strangely like the Vector.
And we'll pull up both of them side by side. And they look basically the same. So I don't know yet again if it's another thing with the Myco MTAR, where they just renamed them some point in development. And what it's going to come out to be, we don't know, because we don't know which order this was honestly taken in. I mean, the beginning of the video could be newer than the end of the video, so. Next thing we have is, I believe the a headshot. Well, we have the SMAW here in the corner of the screen. What we assume is, it's always been kind of called the SMAW, same looking gun.
It has the same image as in other Call of Duties.
So we can assume it's the SMAW, so, and it's probably going to be, it looks, since it did get a kill, we're going to assume it's still free fire. So you don't need a lock, it's not going to be a lock-on only
launcher.
Thank you, Daily. Alright, the next thing we should see is the MTS 255 shotgun.
Yes.
Now what's cool about this, it's a double action, which means it's kind how the hell do you explain double action?
I don't know.
It takes longer to shoot. Somebody's gonna be yelling at me for this, but it's 5 round, and it's kind of like, if you remember from while we were watching it, we compared it to it because it looks the same. From MW2, the Striker, it's a 5 round revolving cylinder. Which, so as you shoot it, obviously the cylinder will turn and load the next shot. Surprisingly.
There you go. Another thing.
That's actually the double action
shot is the smoke and throwing knife is coming back.
Yes, we have confirmed both the smoke and the throwing knife. The double action though, because I believe from the gameplay he does cock it after he shoots. So you have that one action which spins the barrel, which is the second action.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your double action.
Finally.
All right. So our next weapon. Oh wait, nope, not a next weapon. Oh, alright, so a cool thing that we noticed is the minimap, a couple of things, is you can't really see it in this clip, but we will pull up a second one, is the minimap now features colors, so it's not just a simple black and white kind of gray thing.
Gray zone.
If, like at one point you see it, he's walking along grass, and you can actually see the green in the fields on the minimap. You can see the
blue water.
So that's cool, but what you see here is, if you look in the minimap, we'll zoom in on it, is that you see a red mark near the player. And prior to this, we'll play the clip too, is he blows part of a dynamic map element. He throws C4, well, maybe a breaching charge. We're still not sure.
Yeah. There's 2 different ones.
On the truck and blows it open, and that's when the mark appears. And then further on, he also manages to chuck the same kind of breaching charge or C4 onto the wall, and when he blows that up, the mark appears there also. So what's cool is if you manage to trigger a dynamic map element, it does appear, at least for explosives. Whether or not triggered ones from other things like shooting appear, we don't know.
Yeah. In the bottom, you can see what we think is called a breaching charge. It has a different icon than C4.
Yes,
so we know that they're 2 different things.
Yeah, the C4 charge actually has C4 on the image from what we saw. This one doesn't. This one's kind of slanted. When he goes to throw it, it doesn't really look like C4 has in the previous games. So he does trigger it and blow it up, but whether or not, like we see later in the game, we see an IED also. So we don't know what exactly is which because they kind of did some cutting in the video that made it weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, so our next item is the game modes. Alright, so of course, for Call of Duty, you have the expected.
Yeah.
You got your free-for-all, your TDM, your S&D, your domination, kill confirmed returns, of course. And then you have some new ones. Several. You have grind. Well, no, search and rescue, I think, is the first one we have.
Yeah.
Now, search and rescue is pretty unique. It's a version of kill confirmed, except for the fact instead of simply denying kill tags from that your allies get killed from, you actually revive your ally. So it's a search and destroy, kill confirmed kind of.
Search and destroy plus kill confirmed. They had a baby. It's called search and rescue.
Good one. So basically, when your ally goes down, he will drop a tag, and if you
pick that up, he revives, then he spawns back up.
Yeah, but however, if the enemy confirms that kill and gets the tag, then that guy is down for the rest of the round.
And he's now sitting on the bench.
Pretty much. He's keeping that bench warm for you guys.
And you can also deny or confirm enemy kills, so they can't spawn.
Yep. So, the next game mode we have is Grind. We unfortunately did not really see any gameplay on this, from what we could tell. And then, whether or not Blitz is his own game mode, or from the look of it, maybe a subset to Grind, we still don't know. I'm assuming it's its own game mode, but for some reason Grind is like darker, and then you have Blitz kind of set inside a little bit. But so we didn't see any gameplay from those. Cranked is a game mode.
Oh boy.
Cranked is a fast-paced. It takes the basics of TDM, which is basically just going for kills, and vamps it up a little bit, and also kind of eliminates your need for the kind of camping problem that some people see in the game. So the description that they give is get a kill, get cranked, and get faster. Movement, reload, and ADS. Rack up your next kill within 30 seconds or you'll explode. Tick, tick, boom. So the thing about this is once you get a kill off your, once you spawn, respawn, whatever, once you get a kill, you have 30 seconds to get your next kill.
Otherwise you go boom.
Otherwise, and it's not just simple like you die. No, you explode. Whether or not that will kill enemies or allies, didn't see. That would be kind of interesting, though.
Yeah, it would be.
But what's cool is once you get a kill, you get cranked, and you'll move faster, you'll reload faster, and you'll aim down the sights faster as you progress with more kills. However, yet again, you miss that 30-second timeline, you're
Boom.
dead. It doesn't matter if you only need that one more bullet to kill the guy. You hit 0, you explode. Infected looks to be returning in this game.
Thankfully.
Come on, Infected wasn't that good of a game mode.
It was alright.
It was. But what they've changed, what they've kept, we don't know.
No gameplay has been shown so far.
No gameplay from it. Hopefully we'll see more gameplay over the next couple of days.
Hunted.
Hunted, again, a new game mode. Never really heard of it. Whether or not it's like maybe a hide and seek kind of thing. I mean, whether or not they'll actually do that.
Maybe like one person's the hunter and he's like invisible.
Maybe. We've seen different games do that kind of thing before.
That would be cool.
And last but not least, we have Safeguard, which we believe we have some gameplay at the very end of the trailer, but we have nothing. Like, we've seen definitely search and rescue gameplay, we've seen definite cranked gameplay, but then at the end they throw in this random little piece of game where you have to hop into a portal or some shit, and we are assuming it's Safeguard just because the names of the others never really.
It's Blitz.
Well, come on, Blitz implies more of a fast-paced go
like
at
you have
them.
to fast-paced run into the portal and score.
Yeah, but you also have to, from what it looked like, there's 2 portals, an enemy and a friendly, so you got to defend. You're not going to blitz and defend. You're going to blitz and attack. Safeguard.
Well, safeguard means you're just staying back the whole time, not really aggressing.
So, like we said, we have some gameplay at
Fuck it, it's grind.
Yeah, it's grinds. We have some gameplay at the end where it's a toss-up on what it is, but it definitely is a new game mode, kind of like Capture the Flag, where if you get to the point, you get points of some sort.
One-way capture the flag, basically.
Yeah, so basically, like, you don't need to take the flag and bring it back. You just have to get there, survive, and hop in.
Yeah.
So, our next
gun is the SVU, which is returning.
Now, here's something interesting. The SVU is returning, which it's an all-right gun, I guess. They have a new class in this game,
Called Marksman.
We might as well talk about it now. It's called the Marksman class. They now have a new category of weapons, and that category will span between the long-range sniper rifles and the medium long-range assault rifles.
It's that bridge in between, as that guy said.
So you'll see like the DMRs and different things like that. But whether or not the SVU, which one it will be in, we don't know. However, we do know if you see kind of an iron sight sniper rifle, it's going to appear to be that it's going to be a Marksman. It does not look like the iron sight sniper rifle is returning.
Like maybe something like the SMR in Black Ops 2 would be put in the Marksman class. Or maybe
yeah, something like
the FAL.
Like the carbines, different things like that would
Yeah.
go into the Marksman class. Now, the interesting thing about the Honey Badger, and I honestly like this, is it appears to be, from the image, we thought it was originally a submachine gun. But later on in the video, we actually catch that it's an assault rifle. But we also catch an interesting description on it. You don't have to attach a silencer. It's automatically silenced from the moment you pick it up. So you walk into the game, no attachments, it has a silencer on it.
Which could be good or bad, depending on the game mode.
True, because I'm going to guarantee you the damage isn't as high as it could be if it didn't.
Yeah.
So that one's probably going to be a slightly weaker weapon. Who knows? We also have an unidentified pistol in the same clip. Still don't know what it is.
Well.
Powerful, though. Only took 2 shots to kill that guy.
Yeah. Alright, in this image we can see a grenade and 2 Semtexes, meaning that you can double up on grenades and such. So which, I don't like.
That's something interesting, too, is it's not only you can double up on the grenades, is you can double up on one of the double up grenades. Like in this one, does he have the 2 Semtexes?
Yeah, he has 2 Semtexes
and one frag grenade. So you're taking 3 grenades into the battle. So you gotta watch out for those random grenades. There we go. Got it.
English, there you go.
Random grenades coming flying across the map all game when somebody walks in with 3 of them. So the next thing we see, I believe, is our Heli Sniper 13. So point streaks are returning. They're back to point streaks, MW3 style.
No longer score streaks.
And the thing is they're bringing back the 3 package system. So you're gonna see specialist again for your perks. You're gonna see assault, and you're gonna see support again. But however, what they've said in the conference is they made support a lot less lethal. You're seeing a lot more actual support for your team, getting map awareness and actually helping your team out, than say getting a stealth bomber by capping some flags.
Yeah.
So the Heli Sniper is a 13-point streak, and what's cool about this is you're literally a sniper flying around in the map in a helicopter. Now exactly if you can control where the helicopter kind of goes when you select it, or if it just moves randomly around the map, we don't know. It does appear that the sniper rifle may be just a one-shot kill, and you have limited ammo. Don't know yet. We didn't see full gameplay on this. We've seen a little quick clip where somebody got domes, but...
That would be you.
Yeah, I freaking hate getting domed by snipers. They're everywhere.
Snipers in the sky.
Yeah, gotta watch out for those sky snipers. Anyway, so the next thing we have up is the entire, what we assume is mostly assault rifle class. So as you see, you have the CZ-805 Bren, which we have
looks strangely familiar to the selected gun SA-805, which may mean that the gun name may change depending on the attachments.
Yes, because
unknown.
The CZ is selected, like you can see that it's white and lit up, but the gun that it has showing the description for is the SA, which does appear to be an assault rifle, but is not in with the other guns. You do have the Honey Badger there again, and you also have the SC-2010, a new AK rifle. I don't see an AK-47 this time around. We do have the AK-12, which is a newer version of the AK-47 for our gun fanatics out there. You have MSBS, which appears to be another version of like an MTAR.
Jeez, they just love that MTAR.
What?
They just love that MTAR.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, we were confused on where the MTAR is going to be, because we don't see it here in the assault. We don't know if there's more to this, if this is all there's going to be. So, we don't know if it's been renamed to the MSBS. We have no idea. We have the what do we call this? The R5.
R5, something RGB, I don't know.
R5, we believe it's the RGB. We kind of went through a couple of frames. The screen only appears quickly in the trailer, and with that little piece of fragment that they have, we don't know if it's a G, a C, and 0, who knows. But we're going with a G just because we can kind of see a little bit of that tail end in the middle. We don't know if that's just more debris or if it's supposed to be there. We also have the ARX 160, which kind of, to me, seems familiar almost to the Peacekeeper of Black Ops 2.
It does look like the Peacekeeper with the white paint on it.
Definitely, and even like just, it looks more compact than usual sniper rifle. However, to my enjoyment, the FAD is returning.
Did anyone actually use that in Modern Warfare 3?
I did. I like the FAD.
Whatever.
I would have loved to see an ACR return. Whether or not not we will, we don't know yet.
One of these has to be the new ACR.
I'm gonna go ahead and say maybe the ARX.
No, I'm calling the Honey Badger.
No, I think I might enjoy the Honey Badger. I won't need to add my silencer for search and destroy. Anyway, so our next item is we have 2 launchers. And we have the shotgun again, the MTS 255.
The revolving cylinder shotgun.
Which, you know what? Seeing this picture, you don't really see the cylinder too well. However, we'll maybe play the clip again, and you can really kind of see the outline of where the cylinder is on the gun.
It's like right beneath the trigger, or right above the trigger.
So where we have here was we have 2 launchers. We have the Maul, which we really don't have a description of like the other guns. So we just see it. You can tell it's a grenade launcher. It looks like a single fire. You kind of reload after you fire each time. What kind of grenade it's going to fire, we don't know, because it does appear that the grenade launchers will launch different types of grenades. Because for the MK32, we have the grenade launcher, which has a revolving 6-round cylinder also, but it fires explosive Semtex rounds. So you're going to be able to, stick a guy with a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Whether or not maybe you'll see one that maybe launches smoke, who knows? I wouldn't mind that. Being able to take a 6-cylinder, just launch a couple smokes across the map.
No, they wouldn't have 6 cylinders of smoke. That'd be too much.
Or maybe even see an attachment to change out the type of ammo used in them. Who knows?
Instead of a grenade launcher, a smoke launcher.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind being able to choose, instead of shooting frag rounds, shooting a smoke round instead.
Yeah, maybe even a stun.
I don't know. That might be able to overkill.
Well, that's too far, man.
Yeah, that's way too far. All right, next on our list. We have, and see, we noticed this from earlier in the gameplay where somebody gets it, and we were sitting there, we're wondering what it is. We still don't know what exactly it does. It appears to be some kind of air support around you that will follow you around. It is called the Night Owl, though, as we see it when he destroys it. But what exactly it does, we still don't know. We're going to assume it's maybe in the support package, just because it's kind of didn't seem to shoot at the player when it was attempting to destroy it.
Yeah, maybe it's the UAV. Or no?
So also what comes big in this next clip is that you see the map, another dynamic map element. And what's cool is in some game modes, we don't know exactly if it's all of them, if it's only a few, if it's certain maps that have it, is that the first kill of the game, they'll drop a little blue briefcase. It sits there and it spins on the map, and if you pick it up, you get an objective of some sort, an additional objective. And if you manage to get that, on this map specifically, you get what we believe they called the Orion or something. I think
you get a care package, and the Orion is an option to get it.
Yeah, so you get so whether or not it guarantees you the Orion, or if it's just a random care package you can get anything in, which is what they said that, if he gets the Orion, we do this, but then you could also get anything. So whether or not it's a thing, because it seems like it's map based, so whether or not it will be guaranteed Orion, or if you could get, say, Riley from that package. We don't know yet, but however, he does manage to get the Orion in it, and as you can see, we'll play the clip, is that it completely devastates the map, but it doesn't.
Boom.
It doesn't appear to kill anyone.
Or maybe not any friendlies.
Maybe not any friendlies. Not him. We didn't really see any kill feed at all, really, during this part, but it does change the map up. It completely changes the map. Like you have a new on the side.
New path. Some paths are blocked out. New lines of sight.
So you're definitely going to have to watch out for things where now you can trigger events to change the map. And if you're not ready for them, you can actually manage to screw yourself over with these things. And whether or not, like, how it's going to change, how it's going to hurt people, and exactly what it's changing, we haven't really seen. I'm hoping that it's not too much of a hindrance where it's going to be disabled in a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So the next thing that we have
is the vector CRB.
So again, here we have the vector, and we'll pull up the Chris from before, and it is the same image. So whether or not they're going to rename it, or if it's been renamed, if they're going to rename it, if they're both the same, we don't really know. But what we do see here, though, is instead of just a custom or things, we do see a new attachment that's returning. We do see the ACOG site. Which we didn't mention, I can't believe we missed this, and we didn't mention it. On the MTS 255, we'll cut back to that image, is we did see the foregrip.
Oh yeah, we did.
So we do see the foregrip returning. Alright, so here's a little Easter egg that we thought was kind of funny. And it appears to be a shout back to what movie did you say, Daily?
Jurassic Park. Either 1 or 2, I don't know.
Was not, I was kind of young.
It was the first one.
I liked the movies, the third one sucked. If anybody here's a fan of the third one, you need to learn how to watch some movies.
You need to, like, message him on Twitter and tell him to fuck off.
Yeah, let's do that.
And if you notice at the bottom, he has a juggernaut score streak, which leads us to our next image. The actual picking up of the juggernaut.
So, and the cool thing about the juggernaut is we do have how many points the juggernaut is at the time that this video was recorded. The gameplay was recorded. It was a 14-point streak. But we also see, as he picks it up, and we'll play the clip, is he has a minigun. But later on in the video, we also managed to see that he has only a knife out and does not appear to have any other gun. So it looks like different types of Juggernaut are returning, but Juggernaut will be in. Next.
Alright, so the next image we have is the USR custom, which we're thinking is a Marksman rifle, or maybe even a sniper.
We're considering a sniper rifle because what they made specific mention of is the Marksman is you'll see iron sights, but you'll also see the option to put a scope on them. So whether or not this is the USR is a Marksman with a scope or a sniper rifle, we don't know. However, what we do see is on top of it, it appears that the ballistic CPU from Black Ops 2 is returning. Whether or not it will be underneath the same name or not, we're not exactly sure of.
This gun also has a zoom on it, which you can see when he gets the kill.
Yes, he does. We have also seen that. The variable zoom is returning also. And then we also see next, I believe, is the
IA2 custom.
Is it the IA2?
Yeah.
And this one with the iron sights leads me to believe that it is a Marksman rifle, just because
he does fire it semi-automatically and it has 18 bullets, so you can assume that it is a Marksman.
What's also cool here is if in the same clip, which we'll play again from the trailer, is that we have another dynamic map element where he ends up blowing up the gas station and it falls over and kills someone. However, what we do notice is you do not get the points for the kill.
It doesn't count, it just counts as a map kill.
Or maybe a suicide on the enemy. Who knows? Maybe if there's a suicide penalty in the game, they might end up getting penalized for this. Don't really know. But we do know that you don't get the points for the kill.
Alright, and this is from the last clip.
This is that weird-ass game mode that we've seen, and we'll play the entire clip again, just so you can get a look at it. And it does. And what you see here also, and I know we forgot to mention it, is you see a new gameplay element. Where you can actually, instead of dolphin diving like in the current Black Ops 2, you now will actually slide across the ground. Now, whether or not you simply hit the crouch button, like you crouch to do it, or if it's like holding circle like it is now for the dolphin dive, we're not sure. They didn't release too much information, but I definitely like the look of this because you're able to shoot while doing it.
Yeah.
And also, in key to that is the mantling.
Jeez, you mantle so quick. You don't lose any momentum when you're mantling.
So whether or not, though, if that's like a perk that you can use, which
I
the
think
perks...
they said it was standard, but I'm sure there's perks that make it quicker.
Yeah, from what they said, it is standard, but yes, you mantle, and instead of climbing over, like putting your gun away, climbing over, and then pulling your gun back out, you now mantle with the gun, so you can actually shoot while climbing over a wall, climbing into a window. You can... Well, I don't know about climbing up. If climbing up, like upwards, might still be the same thing. Like if you have to jump and climb...
Yeah, I'm sure you have to put the gun away.
You probably might have to put the gun away and climb up. However, if it's level or close to level, you can go right over it and shoot at the same time. the last little bit of gameplay change that they have is what I personally like to call peekaboo.
Oh boy.
It's a good name, come on. And if you're on if you're against some kind of I can't think
wall,
of like it's a wall, any kind of protection, up against something, and you go to ADS, is you'll actually lean up and over, you'll look over, you'll lean to the side and look around, and you actually lean partially out of cover to take the shot instead of having to aim and kind of edge over a little bit to look around. Your character now actually automatically, don't think there's a way to disable it, so it might become a pain in some situations.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be, just like dolphin diving.
Yeah, you can now actually look around the corner a little bit just by holding the ADS button, which I thought was kind of cool. Whether or not it's a pain, how well it's going to work out, don't know yet.
Yeah, another thing we can note in the screenshot is Bouncing Betty at the bottom right.
Yes, the Bouncing Betty is returning. However, in the clip, we see something else go off, which we know is not the Bouncing Betty.
Badass version.
It's like a badass Bouncing Betty. It doesn't simply, the Bouncing Betty, it's always you duck, you escape it. However, with this, when you see it explode, and we'll get a quick clip of the explosion, the smoke from the explosion, and it just everywhere. It does not appear that there's a way to actually dodge this thing besides just getting out of the area like he does when he hits the portal.
It's unknown if it's killing, it will kill you or just damage you, but it doesn't look like you can avoid it.
Does not look like you can avoid it. So whether or not it's going to be a kill or if it's going to be a kind of hurt you and kind of slow you down kind of thing.
Kind of like the shock charge.
God, shock charges. Let's hope that those don't return. We never did see a tactical screen like we did any of the other classes.
Alright.
And also what we can talk about, and I don't think we have another clip here, but we'll pull it up, is the attachments. And then a couple little extra things, and I actually kind of like seeing this, is the fast mags do appear to be returning. They're the very first one you'll see in the list, and I personally like using them on some guns, just because some guns, the reload times are outrageous.
Yeah, I guess, maybe.
Well, LMGs, they're meant to be long. That's the whole point. But, I mean, for some of them, they kind of take a little too long for me. To slide the clip out and slide one in.
I guess.
I kind of get why they're doing it, to kind of balance out the fire rate and damage you're doing in a certain amount of time. They got to kind of balance it out and take a little bit longer to do things. But
yeah, it's good that it's coming back, I guess.
It is coming back. And what's cool is for the next two attachments that you see, it's a select fire. Both of them.
Yeah. If you notice, one only has one bullet, so we're assuming that that's semi-automatic. And for the other one, you can see that there's 3 bullets, meaning that it's probably a 3-round burst.
So how this works out with guns that are already 3-round bursts, whether or not you can put, if there's a third select fire, which will do full auto, what that will look like, we don't know. But whether or not, if it's a 3-round burst, can you set it to 1? Probably, maybe. We see this one's a fully automatic weapon that it's being attached to, so that's why we probably see both of them. However, next we do see what appears to be the
FMJ?
Yeah, we see the FMJ coming back, which I'm hoping it kind of gets a little bit of a boost in this game, simply because in other Call of Duties, it's never really, it's effective on some maps, like Black Ops 2 Standoff.
Oh yeah, Nuketown.
Nuketown, well, I mean, who plays Nuketown?
Everyone.
Besides on double XP weekends, come on. Be honest.
This
is the only time it's actually in the playlist.
No, it's in the public playlist now.
Is it now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they released. They released that for
free,
everyone? Yeah. So you do see the FMJ returning, and what also appears is in the next list is you do see the grenade launcher again, and what you also see what appears we think is the undermounted shotgun again returning, which wasn't really that good in MW3. It was kind of a little weak, to be honest.
Yeah. For
a shotgun, even pretty close, it took quite a couple of shots to kill someone.
I never used it.
I used it when the game first came out on occasion, realized kind of how bad it was, and what left it. We also see now in that third row is we do have the ACOG, and the next two, we're kind of looking around, we're kind of trying to figure out what it is. What we do know is that there is a red dot in the game. So,
and there is a holographic.
And there is a holographic or an EO-Tech. Whether or not they're both in the game, or if the holographic is now the EO-Tech, we don't know, but we do know for a fact that the EO-Tech is in the game. Because we'll put that clip up again too. You can see it obviously written across the bottom of the site, EO-Tech. So we know the EO-Tech is back in the game. And it's an alright site. And it kind of blocks out your peripheral vision.
And another thing in the second row is we can see that there's now a foregrip.
Yes, indeed, we do. We see the foregrip returning. We also, is there anything else here? We have the obviously what we think is the red dot sight. Well, speaking of the red dot sight, is you in the gameplay you kind of see one, and I didn't like the sight. I really didn't. It was kind of a weird looking sight for me to, like. I like just the plain red pin dot, really.
Yeah.
But it does appear, because we see later on another guy using another AR, and it's a red pin dot, like I like. So it does appear that customizing your sights again, your reticules, are coming back.
That's good.
So I kind of like that, because it kind of adds a little bit of enhancement to a game that they've already added so much personalization to. You can personalize your character to a whole new extent, everything. So a little bit more personalization will never really hurt, except for the fact that depending on how it affects the gameplay for the other customizations. We do have the Hello Pilot, which, I mean, honestly, some of the names they put, like Hello Pilot, and not really a name.
Hello Pilot, it's Heli.
No, Heli Sniper, but it's Hello Pilot.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That's
right?
stupid.
So they're using two different things. Whether or not maybe one was renamed, and it's been renamed, maybe it's Heli now for both of them.
Hilo, maybe. Not Hello.
Hilo. Alright, I'll give you that one. My English has failed me before, so I'll give you that one. But what's cool about this is, on most other games, your flares will shoot automatically in other Call of Duties when you're controlling a helicopter. But in this one, it appears that you actually have to hit the button when you're getting locked on and fired at to launch your flares. So if you're kind of a spacey person using this, you're never really going to be able to keep it up long, because you're going to forget to launch those flares and you're going to get taken out with the first missile that gets shot at you.
Yeah, so it's important to listen to the map and make sure you can hear the siren going off when someone's locking onto you.
Now what's really cool, and I honestly, I don't know how well this is going to do. I don't even know how well it works. I don't know if you lock on, if it's like a hunter killer and it automatically locks on. Is there some kind of launcher kill streak where you launch a single missile, whether or not it has multiple ammo, we didn't really see. We only seen it have one shot, and that missile will actually split into two missiles.
2 for the price of 1.
2 for the price of 1. But it appears that both hit the same target, which is a bus, and creates another dynamic map element where the bus will fall off the cliff. But whether or not those missiles like hit the target specifically because they were enemy players, we don't actually know. It didn't seem like we could really tell that well.
I'm thinking that they're hunter-killer drones, just missiled.
Yeah, so basically missiles, like, they'll lock onto an enemy player and they'll attempt to hit them. How well they'll work and how much, like, maneuverability they really have, didn't really see. What we did see, though, is the 9-bang, which you guys should remember from MW3's campaign, but we never saw in the multiplayer. It now appears that they're bringing the 9-bang into the multiplayer, which is something, like, it was kind of useful in the campaign, where you could throw it and, you know, you kind of throw it into a room and it's a really super-powered concussion.
Yeah. Wouldn't it go off like 9 times? I don't know.
I don't know if it goes off 9 times or if it shoots like 9, like, kind of things. I can't remember really, because it was never in the multiplayer. I only played the campaign once. I played a single playthrough, and that was it. Oh yes, we do have a new. We didn't see a name. We didn't. A new Dragonfly. Yeah. Dragonfire. We did see a new one, kind of like a new Quadroceptor, that instead of launching bullets, though, it appears to actually launch missiles. But we don't. We're assuming it's in the assault package again, because it's more of a kind of a heavy kill.
Yeah, I
thing.
doubt it'd be in
support, which they said they reduced the lethality of, which I'm really hoping they did, because in MW3 it's kind of annoying to have those people running support, not helping the team really at all because they're running a stealth bomber.
Yeah.
Not really helping the team at all with that, so they reduced lethality, boosted up the support. But it does look interesting. It looks a little overpowered to me, but maybe it's weak, because it does fly low, so maybe it's weaker like the Dragonfire in this, where you can actually shoot it down fairly easily. Whether or not how fast it can shoot, another thing. One more quick note on kill streaks is we've seen this, they mentioned it, is the UAV is no longer a drone. It's no longer a drone just flying around in the air where you need to get a launcher to shoot it down, or in case like MW2 you could shoot it down with an assault rifle fairly easily. It's no
now
longer
on the ground, and you can destroy it probably by shooting it, or maybe there's even a button to destroy it.
Yeah, like hold square to smash, like for equipment
Attack
nowadays.
Yeah.
Or maybe even knifing it might work. Whether or not they bring back knifing equipment to destroy it, don't know. I personally like that because it is a little bit easier, but never really made sense. I mean, how do you knife a sentry gun?
I don't know, just like cut a certain cable.
Just cut the cable and it just goes down.
Cut the red wire, hope for the best.
Cut for the red wire, hope it doesn't explode in your face and kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I like that a little bit, but, like, maybe knifing this will maybe work out. But it is, so now you're going to have to be a little bit more sneaky with it. You can't just simply hit it and put it wherever you want, because if the enemy gets to it, they can destroy it just by probably shooting it or holding a button. So you're going to have to be a little bit more sneaky while finding places to hide these. Yeah, which, I mean, it was a lot of information to go through. But, so, this is breakdown of the Call of Duty Ghost reveal trailer. Our next video should possibly be our breakdown of the conference we're calling it. I was going to say convention, don't know why.
I'm calling it conference.
Yeah, I'll call it a conference too, even though it wasn't too much of a conference, but the full multiplayer reveal will be a breakdown of all the information that they gave us, not exactly in the trailer, and we hope you like the breakdown.